and welcome back to the Western Wilds. Selling the silage has left us a little short of the money we need, so today we're going to sell some of the flour to build a pancake factory. Let's get farming. So we managed to raise 39,806 from the silage yesterday. Not a bad total, really. But what I'm going to have to do is customize this trailer. We want to go and deliver 6 pallets of flour, I think. So we're going to go with the bale trailer setup on here. That should be about right. Then we can hook this back up to David Brown. And this is part of the reason why I got the forks on the front of here last time. It gives us the flexibility to be able to take this trailer. We've got to sell this flour down at the train station. So it's going to have to be loaded onto here and possibly unloaded at the other end. So we've got plenty of flour. We have got some eggs started. We've got a little bit of milk, so we should be able to start creating those today. And doing pancakes is something I've wanted to do for a while. And having the opportunity to do it here without too much problem is absolutely brilliant. And we might even try and buy some of the maple syrup from the shop to do that. Or maybe that's something we should look into doing as we go into the second year. Improving our pancakes by getting some maple syrup production on here. There is a mod to do it, so let us know in the comments. Do you think we should have a go at doing some maple syrup? I do wonder if I can pick up 2 of these at the same time on here. Certainly this tractor can handle 1,000 liters. I don't know if it can handle 2,000. Wow, that is having no issue whatsoever with this. I actually can't believe I put off putting the front loader on this tractor for so long. It actually works really, really well. All in all, though, that has gone on there pretty easily, and I'm very, very happy with that. Shouldn't have any problem hooking up the trailer. We've had heavier loads on the back of here. Right, we are going to head down to the train yard. We've got somewhere up there to sell. There's a sell point up there that will take these. And I think the price is about £1,700 per 1,000 litres at the moment. So, yeah, we're going to get a pretty good price for these as well. Yeah, where exactly is this going to sell? I'm not 100% sure. Oh, hang on. What have we got here? We've got flour and stuff here. All right. And we'll start unloading these from the back first. Unclip all of these. We can get this loaded onto here and onto the train. Is 1,700? Yeah, 1,769. Not quite best price, but not far off. I don't want to leave it any longer because we will have a little bit of cost overnight, and basically it will make no difference. So load these in like that. Oh, look at that in 43,340, 3,538. So yeah, this is going to send us over. Final lot. There we go. 49,000. Our target is 50,000. So let's connect this back up. And we can head down to the farm and we can get our pancake factory and get all of our current stuff loaded up. I'm going to set everything to distribute once we got the factory set up. So that should then distribute into that straight away. So there we go. That is the flour that we needed to sell sold. We've got £50,000 in the bank. And I think we got enough space around here-ish to place our pancake factory. We're gonna have to, again, we're hitting objects that are on the ground, so I'm going to just place it straight down like so. There we go. Rocky's pancake place. Fresh pancakes, premium syrup. And that is fantastic. So we need to get things loaded up. Now, making pancakes, we can either make pancakes or pancakes with maple syrup. Yeah, we have pancakes. They don't sell for a massive amount more. So we will start with just doing that. Oh, Pancake Productions is the only place buying pancakes. So we're going to have to put in a sell point for them as well. Looking at the selling point, Pancake Production mod. There we go. It is 100 to put in a selling point. So I think we will probably maybe try and put that. Then we might go and put that somewhere up the top. Let's go find a cafe. So up here at the farmer's market, we've got a few sell points that we could tag this along with. We've got the dairy up here. We've got the main farmer's market. Let's put it up here then. And we actually have a little bit of space there. We've got a little bit of space in the middle here. I don't suppose. Oh, wow. Yeah, we could add it to the existing sell points there. Or we could put it down the side here. I think maybe down the side here would be the best place. Or on the end here. That's where I'm going to put it. We will put our pancake sell point right here. There we go. And now that means we can get things running. So let's have a look in our productions in general. I am going to get this here automatically changing to distributing. So that will go where it needs to. And yeah, that's all good. Only flour is what we're putting through there. So that's the only way that's going. I don't think, though, we can automatically distribute milk and eggs. Yeah, we can't automatically distribute them from our chickens and our cows. So what we need to do now is load up the flour that we've got. And then we're going to have to load up the eggs once we get a full pallet. We're nowhere near there yet. And load up the milk into the dairy. So we're not going to have to go very far at all. Yeah, we've got no way of getting that to automatically fill with this. Yeah, no way at all. We need to do a little bit of butter. We're probably going to have to sell some more of this flour because at the moment we have no means of transporting the milk at all. Let's have a look at what we have in the way of milk transport. I think we have a very affordable little milk trailer here. Holds 2,000 litres, costs £500. We could sell a single thing of flour. Yeah, that is the one bit of kit we lack and that we need. Thankfully, as none of the area we're working here on the Western Wilds is a main road, we are able to just take this down here on the front of the forks. So that was another 1,780 that we got from that. Perfect. Let's head up to the shop then, and we'll go and get that little milk tanker because we're not producing a huge amount of milk. And we can start getting some butter processed. Up to the shop. Let's just park this here by the door. Jump out and grab ourselves that trailer. So in here, yeah, lizard water milk trailer. This is the first time where I've had a map where this is just basically all I need. 2,000 litres. Nice little tow behind trailer. We will buy that for 500. So that's absolutely perfect for what we need here. While I'm up here, I'm just going to check how our cows are doing. Our cows have eaten through, wow, quite a lot of feed in just that day. How much is a couple more big bags of TMR gonna be? Oh, it's more than we can afford. That's a little bit concerning. We could buy one big bag of TMR to keep them going, and we bought one of these, two of these last time, I think. My big worry is that this should be our major income time for the farm, and it looks like we're going to be pushing it to make stuff. Look at that. Up the top again. That really shouldn't be that kind of link. It'll be fine for this. It's not horrendous, but I think I might have to get a 3.1 if I'm going to do this, because it's a little bit odd. I have this horrible feeling that I might tried to run before I can walk. We do not have anywhere near the amount of milk or eggs I think that I would probably have expected to have here. But line this up, and oh, are you gonna let me unload this? No, we've not connected up. Oh no, why can't I connect up the power line? Right, let's detach that. Let's take this out, connect this up. This definitely has an electrical connection, which that didn't. And sometimes things get a little bit finicky. Have that. Connect that up there and connect that there. Will that now let me empty? Is that in the right place? Yeah, there we go. Overload the milk. Yeah, we've got 446 liters of milk. Let's turn on the butter production and change the output mode to distribute. And that then starts getting some milk into our pancake factory. What I want to do now, though, with about half the day left, we can spend some time getting ahead on our field work, so that we can then sort of skip forward to about March time for our next video. And I'm going to go and plow our remaining field and get that out of the way. I did ask in the comments, how is this done? How would this be done in real life with a non-reversible plow? And thank you for the comments that came back and told me what I was doing wrong and how this would work. And basically, what you do is you pick a point in the field and you work your way out from it. So you end up with just a single ridge in the middle of the field. And that is where you go. This tractor really does not like this. Let's go into low gear. And right down. Yeah, it doesn't want to go more than 3 miles an hour with this plow. Never seen a tractor struggle so much with an implement like this. I think we're going to have to use the David Brown. So let's try this again. Line ourselves up. See if we can't get back into the furrows of the last attempt. Yep, like that. Try and keep on a nice straight line. And yeah, as I said, we're going to work our way out from the center of the field to the edges, thereby just keeping a single ridge in the middle of the field, and letting the rest of the field just work its way out fairly well. Amazing how much better this tractor is at doing this job than that MB track. I would not have put money on that at all. That is just so much better at slicing through the ground with this plow than that is. I don't know what it is with this plow. At some point I'm gonna have to do a test and try and see what's causing this issue with the MB track. Whether it is just this plow or whether it's plows in general that it has an issue with. This is so much easier doing this way. I can line things up really well. I can get around the field really well. And yeah, I've always got a wheel in the groove, in the actual cut. And yeah, keeps everything nice and straight as well. Look at the line going down that field. That is just absolutely amazing. I think if you're doing this year after year, what you'd do is you'd work out from the middle one year and then the next year to make sure the soil stays moving and doesn't just lump up in one place. You'd end up doing from the outside in, working it the other way the following year, just to make sure that you don't end up shifting all of the earth to be this massive pile in the middle, and instead just keep moving the earth around on the field. Would make a lot of sense to me, and I'm fairly sure I've heard somebody say that to me before with how this would work. It is still pulling through here quite nicely. We don't use even as much fuel doing this as we did with the forage wagon or the mower and on here either. It just seems to be that this tractor is really well set up for this job as opposed to those other two. It is doing some beautiful work, and I, as I've said many times before, I do enjoy using this David Brown on here. It is a nicely built mod, and we're a good, I would say, 2/3 of the way through the field now. So this will definitely get done today, and we'll be ready for seeding as soon as the sorghum can go in the ground. Taking quite a while to get round the field and get to each side. Now, this is what I was saying earlier. I think on a larger field, you'd end up creating a couple of ridges. That would make more sense to me. At the moment, we're getting to the end here, and I'm going up a few gears and then going around the end. It takes, yeah, it definitely takes longer, and we're using up more fuel that way. So up to third, down to the end, so that we can pick up here as well. And down here, and away we go again. And that then is pretty much how it's working. It is working well, and I'm enjoying doing it this way. As I've said many times while doing this job, I find plowing so relaxing. And it's been a fairly bright, sunny day. I'm expecting it to get colder over the next few days on the farm. So that would be another reason for sort of shutting things down. We can't do much else over the winter months. Somebody did mention in the comments that I should have planted oilseed radish in here, and they're right. I completely forgot and completely blanked my mind that oilseed radish would have been a great crop to put in here. We could have done that, and then come sort of March time, we could have plowed that in ready for an April planting of the sorghum, and there would have been absolutely plenty of time to do it. So yeah, in future series, I will keep an eye on that, especially if I'm doing sorghum. Sorghum is such a late planting crop that having a direct seeder and just throwing a load of oilseed radish in until you're ready to plant the sorghum in the new year is definitely the best way to go. Get rid of that extra or reduce your costs on fertilizer, because it costs you far less in seed than it will in fertilizer to do that. And yeah, give yourself a boost as you come to do the crop the next year. We've come to the edge of the field, and that means that we need to start looking at getting the headlands done. We have an edge row on the other side to get done, so we should be able to do this headland fairly well. I'm gonna pull this about as far out as I can into this corner, which should make things easier for us overall. And then we're going to turn this. Trying to think of the best way to do this. In fact, yeah, the best way to do this is the same way as we've been doing the whole field. I think. We'll probably end up with a ridge somewhere in here if we were doing this in real life. Not quite sure what the best way to do it would be. So I'm going to stick to the edge here, then into the field. And then, yeah, we'll probably end up with creating a couple of ridges or single ridge. I think what you do in real life is try and minimize exactly how much of the headlands you had to do in order to minimize how much ridge you created. The other way would be that you go around doing the headlands as you do the last few rows, so that it sort of squares things off. Would be another possibility. It's not going too bad. I think this is probably the least realistic way that I've done this last bit. But we are cleaning up the field, and it should all look pretty good by the end of it. Just the other headland to do after we finish this end, and then we can head back to the farm because it's December and the sun is already setting. Up to the end of the field, last little bit, and there we go. That is everything plowed and ready to go in the new year. So I'm very happy with that. I think we're going to have to go, though, and sell a little bit more of the flour before we finish, because things are not working as I'd hoped. And, yeah, it's the only way we're going to be able to make sure that our cows have enough feeds to get into the new year. I think we're going to need about £10,000 worth of feed for the cows to get through the next couple of months. So what I'm going to do is sell off probably another 6 of these. We'll get in here. We know we can grab 2 at a time. And yeah, that will leave us with 8. So that'll be 8 of these. We have enough butter now to do 3,000 litres of flour to pancakes. So at this point, we are still quite a way off that. We need 30 litres of milk, I think. No, 50 litres of milk. So milk is the big thing we need. 30 flour, 3 butter, and 6 eggs. So we need quite a bit of milk. So keeping the cows producing milk over the next few months is going to be absolutely crucial. And this is the thing. Our cows should be absolutely fine creating milk over that time. We know we'll create a decent amount over the next few months and try and get that in. And then it's just eggs and flour, which we'll have plenty of that with, well, 8,000 litres is more than enough to start creating some pancakes. And yeah, so selling these 6 isn't going to harm us that much. And then in the new year, what we'll do is we'll probably try and set ourselves up with a bakery once we've got the money in from the first kind of silage in about May, June time. We'll try and set up with a new bakery, try and start getting some bread done as well. I kind of feel that should have been the way I've gone this year. We would have made more money at the end of the year had I done that. But you live and learn, and so we're going to make the best of this. We're going to sell some more of our flour and get some feed for our cows. That is nowhere near as clean a pile of pallets on here as we had last time. But it has done the job and got the pallets up to here. So I'm just going to pull this as we did before up at sort of 90 degrees. So it's easy for me to get them unloaded. Take that off. Undo all of our straps so that we can start unloading. And again, we'll unload from the back. That has, well, really serves 2 purposes, unloading from the back. First is that it keeps the trailer nice and stable because we have the wood at the front, and we're then taking the weight off the bit that's sort of pushing down on the back, means the trailer won't suddenly tip up. But also because we've got the bit at the front with the front of the trailer sitting there, means we don't end up with trying to pull it from a tight space there. So works out well for us there. 3,700. We are earning more now. In fact, have we hit best price for the flour? Oh, we're just under. So this is actually a really good time for us to sell this flour to get some extra money in. We'll easily be over the 10,000 we need, and I'll be able to go over to the shop, grab some big bags, and we'll be able to keep our cows fed for the next 3-4 months until we get into the new year, and then we should have enough milk to start producing some pancakes and start making some money off those. So all looking up at this point. I'm very pleased with where we are. Just need to head up to the shop quickly and grab ourselves some feed for the cows. I've just realized on my way up here that for the same amount of money that I'm about to spend on big bags of TMR, I think I can buy a mixer and enough bales to fill it. If we have a look in here, a couple of round hay bales is only going to be 2 grand. A couple of round silage bales is only going to be just under 6 grand. And a feed mixer, if we go for this Falky here, is only going to be 6 grand. We would have enough money to do that, and at 2,500 litres, that is going to be absolutely fine. We'd have to do it a few times. Everything else here is a little bit above our price range, but that little Falky mixer, that's going to be perfect. So I am going to put the Trelleborg tires on it. I'm going to go without logo, so it's a little bit unbranded. And we're going to buy that. Just as a comparison, before I go and buy the big bags that we were looking to buy, which was this. For 10 grand, it would give us 4,800 litres. So I want to get here, bales. We want 2 round bales for 1,800. Yes. And 2 round silage bales for 3,400. Yes. And yeah, so it's a little bit more than we were looking to spend, but that is going to make a surprisingly big difference, I think. So yeah, we're going to have to get these back to the farm. It's going to take me a couple of trips, and the light, as you can see, has completely gone. So I'm going to get this back to the farm. We will get our cows fed, and yeah, we'll see where we are in March. But this, so much better solution than we had originally planned. And yes, I am going to use my forks to load this up onto here. We still had to use this trailer up here. We still needed to get these transported back this way, because there is just no way that we can do it otherwise. And in future, we won't buy silage bales. What we'll do is we'll buy some hay bales with the money that we make from the silage, and then we'll just use a little bit of silage from our fermenting silo. That is, if I can avoid dropping my bales going forwards. For now, though, I'm going to leave this here. So all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. Special thanks to all my patrons and channel members. Your support is invaluable in making these videos and helping the channel to grow. For more from Virtual Farmer, check out the links below, follow on Twitch to watch live, and for more videos, subscribe and ring that bell. I will see you next time. Goodbye.